How are you feeling about the economy, and what are you hearing from the young people you talk to about how they're feeling about it?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, our campus tour is about to kick off in a couple days, so I'll have a better answer for you in the coming weeks. I mean, look, the president knows this, that he still has a lot of work to do with young people. I think that we're in a much better spot than we were a year ago. I could tell you, Mark, undoubtedly, talking to CEOs, businessmen, investors, and even international folks, the psychology of the American economy is far better. And so much of what happens in business is just psychology. Do you think we're doing better? Do you think that this is a better pro-business environment? I actually haven't had a chance to dive into those economic numbers. I was, as you know, traveling, so I'm going to have to do that. I was told that they weren't as good as they could have been, but I'm not going to be able to comment on that. I will say, though, that there are a couple fundamental problems that I know the president wants to solve, and I think he has to solve. Homeownership for young people is number one, cost of living, and then also just restoring this idea of the American way of life, which is fundamentally meritocratic, which is that if I work hard and play by the rules, I can materially and financially and socially ascend in this country. What we are seeing happen is more and more political and economic nihilism. I think we're going to be able to cut that off at the pass, but it is a race against the clock. And I've said this publicly, is that you have kind of two competing economic visions, of which I think the Democrat Party, they're going to stumble upon themselves, but they're eventually going to end up in this mold. And you and I have talked about this before on my podcast, Mark, which is you have MAGA, pretty clear what we believe, right? We believe in America First agenda, but we're generally, fair. We believe in markets with proper restraints, and we like entrepreneurship, private property rights. On the other side, you have Mamdani, and you have this idea of mass economic restructuring, kind of bitter resentment, and he is kind of a, more polished version on a city level of confiscatory economic policy. It's very alluring. It's very attractive, especially to a generation that owns nothing, that is renting endlessly. And so all this to say, Mark, that there's going to be kind of a fork in the road politically and philosophically over the next couple of years. So I'll have a better idea of where young people are feeling in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. But there's definitely more work to do. But I think the president's successes so far have been notable. We are seeing housing prices go down finally in the Sun Belt. That data came out the last couple of days. We're starting to see housing go down a little bit. But the biggest thing is going to be, can we grow the economy for young people in particular, not just for late Gen Xers and baby boomers? And baby boomers,